Just trying to do the reading, man. Just trying to read the book. Today, I'm gonna recite y'all a little story I've been writing. Lately, I've been writing a lot of things down about my life, and I see that that's therapeutic to get a lot of shit off, so I'm gonna drop this one on y'all. It's called The Little Girl Who Lived in the Closet. I'm so scared to go home today because my teacher, Miss Anderson, sent me home with a note today. I fell asleep in class today, and this is the third time this week. Miss Anderson says that Mama needs to make me go to bed at night. She said, Malika, girl, what time do you go to bed? I said, Miss Anderson, I try to go to bed every night about 9, and I try my hardest to fall asleep. But sometimes I just sit there laying down until I fall asleep, but I never know what time it is. See, what Miss Anderson doesn't know is that it's really hard for me to fall asleep sometimes because I sleep in the closet. And all I have is my dog Tinky, and sometimes we get so scared that we can't even get to sleep. My auntie said Mama puts me in the closet because she don't want to look at me because they say I look like my daddy. I'm not even sure I look like my daddy because I ain't never seen it. But if I do, I wish I didn't look like him so me and Tinky could just lay down on the bed with Mommy and be comfortable. Sometimes Mama invites her friends over, play cards or dominoes, one of those games where grown people are just yelling and hollering at each other for what seems to be no apparent reason, but they seem to love it, so hey, what are you going to say? These are the times that I love the most. Mama's being nice to me. She's calling me by my name. She's not calling me little girl. My auntie's there. They kissing me and hugging me. And my Aunt Joanne even asked me how Tinky was doing. I'm feeling so good, but I know all this is going to end once everybody leaves. Once everybody leaves, it's right back to the closet. Most of the time, everybody leaves late, so what I try to do is fall asleep on the couch or fall asleep on Mama's bed. But it never fails. She just wakes me up every time and takes me right back to the stupid closet. Listening to all this, you'll think that Mommy is really mean, and I was to be totally honest, I say Mommy is mean sometimes, but there's times when she'll wake me up and say, come on, little girl, let me get you in this bathtub. Mama's getting ready to take you somewhere. I'll jump up, straight up, and start running towards that bathroom as fast as I can. I already been up all morning waiting for her to come home. Mama thinks I don't know that she leaves at night. She thinks I'm asleep when she leaves, but I'm not. I know she's leaving, I just don't know where she goes. 2 or 3 times out the week, she goes out every night. She comes back just a little bit before I have to go to school. I never know what time it is because sometimes I doze off and Mama comes in and wakes me up. She say, little girl, wake yourself up. You know you got school today. On the way home. I know what I'll do because I don't want Mama to see this note. I can hear her saying now, Malika, girl, I done told you as many times as I got fingers and toes. Don't have these folks from this school sending me no notes home. I got enough problems to deal with, and have these folks from that school sending me notes or calling me. She has a stack of paper on the coffee table that she refers to as them goddamn bills. She said she never looks over there because she don't have no money to pay them anyway. So I walked over to the table and set that note right on top of them goddamn bills, and I never heard about it again. I don't think I'll make it. Monica was 28, a single mother, struggling to make a licensed nursing assistant, but is having trouble finding work lately because she has some things on her record. About 2 years ago, she got herself involved with a guy named Reggie. Reggie approached her one day on the train on her ride home from work. He complimented her on her smile and said that he admired a hard-working young lady. He told her he recently moved to Battle Creek from Detroit to get away from all the hustle and bustle of the city life. Monica was 28 years old, but had never really been out of Battle Creek much. She had been to the city a few times, but never really knew anyone that lived there. Suspiciously, she asked him, "What made you want to leave Detroit?" Monica is surprised at herself that she's even talking to someone on the train. And to top it off, a man? Reggie said, "I just got tired of the fakeness. You know, it just seemed like ain't nobody real these days." Those words burned a hole straight through her heart. From the time she can remember, she can't think of one person who ever kept it real with her. Day after day, she's haunted by the vestiges of her past, all the hurt and betrayal she suffered through her childhood. See, Monica's mother was killed violently. Her mother was a prostitute that worked out of her home. She would bring men into her home to do business, but before she would bring them in, she would put Monica in the closet. That was her way of making sure she was safe, and the men never knew she was there. Monica never looked out that closet to see what her mama was doing until one day, Monica heard Mama scream. She heard some yelling and arguing, but that was normal. Only this time, she heard a loud bang. She was terrified to come out because Mama always told her, "Don't you open that door," and I mean it. And the one time she did, there was Mama on the floor. The nightmare that won't end. It doesn't happen every night, but every time it happens, it's the same nightmare over and over. After Monica's mother was killed, with no family to come forward, she was declared a ward of the state, and subsequently, she was placed in foster care. And what is sadly the case with so many children left in foster care, she was a victim of repetitive sexual abuse. Her foster father would come in her room and abuse her night after night. Monica always dreamt of having her own bedroom and sleeping comfortable in the bed. And now that she has her own room, it has become her personal torture chamber. Not only was she tormented from the memory of her mother being taken from her violently, and the sheer torture of just longing to be in that closet again, she went back to her natural instinct. Monica began sleeping in the closet again. Her foster parents was perplexed at her actions. They told the social worker they ain't never seen nothing like it. She was conditioned to protect herself. Her mother made sure of that. But a sick bastard is just a sick bastard. Her foster father wasn't having that. He wanted her back on that bed, ready for him to have his way with her. His will for his sick fantasy was so strong, but Monica's will to protect herself was even stronger. She ran away. Running late. Malika! Wake up, girl! Come on! We gotta get you dressed. I gotta hurry up and get to the Section 8 building. And we are running late. Put your shoes on and come on. I said put your shoes on. You ain't got no time to be toting that doll around today. Let's go. They walked out and stood in front of the elevator getting ready to go down. Monica suddenly glanced over at her daughter. She sat there and took a minute to think about it, how beautiful and fragile she was. It wasn't her fault that they was running late, and she looked too pitiful without Tinky. She said, "You wait right here. I'll be right back." Malika sat there wondering, what did Mama forget? I hope she has all her papers, because Mama can get really mad sometimes. Before she could finish that thought, her mama was standing right there with Tinky in her hand. She handed her the doll and said, "Now come on here. We ain't got all damn day, so get that doll and let's go. Hurry up." I'm going to stop y'all right there.